Hello there, welcome. Monica here. I hope that you're all doing well. I have the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck here. Oops. Angels and Ancestors. Let's see what else comes out. We have one card. Medicine Guardian. Ooh, we have two more. Drum. Oh, three. Drum, Dream and Journey. Wise One, grow within your current situation. I'll show you in a moment. Snake, shed old skin. And Drum. Wait, I already read Drum, didn't I? I'll show you in a moment. I put the others away. Okay. Medicine Guardian, be open to healing information. Winter, take care of your needs. I didn't even read that one. Take care of your needs. Winter. Wise One, grow within your current situation. Drum, Dream and Journey. Snake, shed old skin. Hold on, let me find the pages and I'll be right back. Alright, I found the pages. Wise One, grow within your current situation. The message, knuckle down, be reliable and committed. Be open to wisdom and insights from your elders. About the card, the Wise One represents the wisest aspect of the goddess, the crone. In paganism and modern Wicca, the crone is the fiercest, most psychic, and most aware aspect of the goddess because she has been through many of life's challenges and overcome many setbacks. On this card, the raven in her hands represents the capacity to overcome the darker times and be reborn again and again. So she helps you to tap into wisdom to overcome whatever life throws at you. Wisdom being the information stored in your soul rather than the knowledge acquired in this lifetime, and to learn from the experience of your elders. The extended message for this card: the wisdom of the Wise One is based on something that the younger generation is often lacking: commitment and reliability. When this card appears, you are being guided to continue working on your growth and expansion within your current situation. Be committed to your tasks and projects. It can be very easy to get bored or overwhelmed, but persevere. You are being reminded of how it feels to be let down and experience unreliability, and that is not who you were born to be. So keep working on what you're working on because it's going to be extremely beneficial for you in the long run. That's amazing, especially with the Divine Feminine rising lately. Enraged, but regardless. Medicine Guardian, be open to healing information. The message: listen to what is coming up within you and what is being shared with you by trustworthy offers in your life. Pay attention to healing information. Hold on. Sorry about that. Forgot I had my car running. About the card: Healing angels can help you heal emotionally, spiritually, and physically with their energy, but they can also direct you towards information that will help you return to wholeness. When this card appears, information is being revealed that can help heal an aspect of your current situation, whether that be your health, relationships, or even career. So be alert for this. The Medicine Guardian has a healing wand, which represents the capacity to heal with the power of will and desire, and a chalice, which represents returning to a state of wholeness, a state where your cup is no longer full but overflowing with goodness. The emerald color of the card represents the healing rays of Archangel Raphael and his healing angels. That's nice. Extended message. You are being exposed to information and insights that will have a dramatic healing effect upon your life. Yeah, when we receive information, sometimes it can lift you up or it can bring you down. So if you're receiving, because they talk about the new earth, it's a new mindset. It's not lack mentality, it's not lack of not having, but what the future holds in store. So it's abundant. So keep that in mind. If you are working through something mentally or emotionally, know that there are spiritual energies supporting your healing. If you are working through something that is physically challenging, pay particular attention to information that's coming to you that feels inspired, insightful, and warm. See? It will be supportive of your wellness. Say yes. Your angels are here to remind you that your natural state is one of wholeness, and you are on the road to reveal that wholeness once more. Wow. So far, that's been amazing. Dream and journey. A message: journey in words to uncover insights and information that will be important for your path. Then follow the guidance. About in shamanic traditions in all four corners of the world, the drum is recognized as the main tool used by medicine men and women to direct their will and aid meditation. A drum beat can become hypnotic and send those listening into an altered state that can allow them to journey to the spiritual realms and meet their guides. When the drum card appears in a reading, there are opportunities for you to dream or to bring an inner vision into reality. The extended message for this card: you are very connected to the other worlds at this time. The wisdom and intelligence of the earth and her magic surrounds you. The drum, which echoes the sound of Mother Earth's heartbeat, has cleared the cobwebs and dust from your inner vision. What you have seen in your dreams and inner vision is not imagination but guidance. Particularly if it has been coming to you repeatedly and has the potential to become reality. Dreams come true. Know it and live it. Wow, this sounds like sounds like a powerful message. Snake, shed old skin. The message: cast off the old, reveal your true colors, talents, and gifts to the world. I don't know why I'm being it reminds me of a Bible quote where it says, take off the old personality and put on the new. So the old personality is the old ways of thinking, the old world. And we want to think the new world, the new mindset, the new realities that are coming into play. Doesn't fear. Fear is no longer, we don't live under fear anymore. So that's an old world thinking pattern, mindset. So see, I know that there's codes in the Bible. regardless of whatever the stories are, whatever. You want to believe in Jesus, that's fine. Do you? But yeah, definitely. Anyways, back to this about the card. In many spiritual traditions, the snake offers powerful medicine. In tantric teachings, it symbolizes the Kundalini, which is the powerful serpentine energy within that allows you to reach your highest spiritual potential. When the sacred ones saw a snake in nature or encountered one in a dream, they knew that there was transformation in the air. For me, the snake card not only represents the shedding of old skin, but moving beyond the limitations caused by carrying the venom of negative thoughts about others or the past. See? Old mindsets. The extended message for this card: the energy of renewal is washing over your life at this time. If, for some reason, you feel that your true self hasn't been recognized or you've been misread by others, know this energy is now leaving you. As you've been working through your old stories and all the self-limiting beliefs that you've accumulated along the way, you've been peeling away a shield of skin that has created limiting experiences. Your old personal commitment to growth has been recognized, and now the external world will begin to reflect all of the work that you've been doing within. If you feel someone you love has misunderstood you recently, they will be able to see beyond that if you're willing to recognize your own challenges. This is a time for renewal, balance, and connection. Let yourself be reborn and celebrated. I was thinking about something. Hold on a second. Let me reread this. Yeah, back to the shedding of the old, taking off the old personality and putting on the new. It says here, as you've been working through your old stories and all I don't know why I saw life, self-limiting beliefs that you've accumulated along the way, you've been peeling away a shield of skin that has created limiting experiences. So limiting is a lack mindset. Like you don't believe that you deserve it because you've been told, not even just society, maybe how you grew up. Maybe you grew up poor. Maybe you were told I don't know, maybe you didn't do well in school, whatever. That you would never amount to anything, that you would never be good at anything, that, oh, who needs you? You'll never amount to anything, pretty much. And all the negative that's been piled onto you over the years is it's like layers of nail polish being put on or paint being put on, and how they have to take the turpentine to take it off layer after layer after layer. Or like when you're taking nail polish off, it's like, say you put on layers. I don't know why you would put on tons and tons of layers, but anyways, yeah, I don't know why I think I was reminded of something else, but it doesn't come to me right now. They're all limiting, lack mindsets. So hopefully you're coming out of that, like I did. Know your worth. For me, what led me to believe more in myself, the fact that learning, whether it's true or not, that the earth is flat and that the sun is more localized than we believe. It's like in our atmosphere, it's not outside. That there's a dome. For me personally, I don't know what to believe right now. I believe it's more dimensions. Maybe it's like mindset, or I don't know what I believe right now. But initially, I've never believed that we went to the moon, that we were incapable of going outside. You don't see the darkness because they say the sun is. No, I don't believe that, because that was the case. I don't know. I don't believe it. But knowing that, because believing that we live in a galaxy that's so far and spacious and all this, like, then we're like almost nothing, you know, the earth. So if the earth is that small, then I'm even less than that, you know. I don't believe that. We were put here for a reason, or we were created for a reason. And then learning how the earth is, you know, it's flat, stationary, can't be moved, yet science says we're spinning. Regardless, I don't want to sit here and argue with anybody about it. But for me, what led me to believe more in myself and my worth was that. And then recently, you know, like, because if we're in space and we're that tiny little thing as Earth, and then me as even smaller than that because the Earth is so big, how can you have faith in yourself? How can you believe that you're capable of doing? If I'm like nothing, it's almost like an afterthought, or, you know, in the back of somebody's mind, on the back burner somewhere. You know, I'll get to that, whatever. I don't know. I don't know if I'm making sense, but knowing that we are the center, the earth is the center, and the sun rotates around the earth, not as a sphere, but as like a dome, and it stays within a perimeter, whatever. Even the moon, the stars rotate. The stars, I don't know how to say it. Anyways, then also learning, I mean, I've always read the scripture, just never really applied it because I'm in the old mindset. In Psalms 82 verse 6, it says, have I not told you, you are gods? So that reminded me that, oh my gosh, we are gods because we were made in his likeness, not necessarily his image. We have attributes as the creator or God or source, universe, love, whatever it is. I feel like I'm going on a tangent. It's already after 17 minutes, and we still have one card to go. But I want people to understand, like, if we're gods, we create, and being more spiritual now rather than being religious, we create our own lives. So if we're in a lack mindset, if we're in a poverty mindset, we're not going to do anything. We're not going to be motivated. You just don't believe in yourself. When I went missing, I was still in the mindset of the end of the world was coming. The end of the world, the end of the world. You know, we had to prepare and flee into the mountains. Jesus said to flee in the mountains when you saw the disgusting thing standing in a holy place. Wasn't sure what that meant, and I went by his understanding, which obviously isn't true. But again, you know, when you're born into a religion, you are manipulated your whole life pretty much to believe a certain way. You might come out of that, but you sway back and forth into it. What else? But being brought up in a cult, you can also manipulate other people. And I was, you know, people say I'm naive. Sure, I'm naive, but I do think a lot. I think deep. I don't always share all of my thoughts with everyone because I know what I believe is not the norm, and I'm okay with that. But people, when they find out that stuff, sometimes they'll use it against you. So maybe it's time to retreat a little bit into what my thoughts are and so forth. But anyways, yeah. So knowing that we are gods, and I'm not this little, whatever, you know, this tiny little thing, since that is the earth itself, and then that makes me even less. And there's how many of us in the world, on the earth, whatever. No, if we come together collectively, we're very powerful. But anyways, sorry for the rant. No, I'm not sorry. Winter, take care of your needs. The wolf. Do everything you need. The message, anyways, for the card. Do everything you need to be at your best. Then move beyond your fears and limitations. See, again, Fear is limiting. Lack mindset. Poverty mindset. It's stagnation. If you're staying with someone, or if you're around certain people that aren't doing anything with their lives, you're not going to move either. If you're in a relationship that's stagnant, it's not going anywhere. Just because you think you need to help somebody or be with that person because you've put in so much time and effort and energy, nah, that's the old way of thinking. It's time to move forward. Time to move forward. If you're at a job and you're not happy, it's time to move. It's time to take a leap of faith and do something different. Stop being afraid. Fear is all in your mind. It's a I've been saying it so much I don't even remember how to say it now. It's manipulation. It's mind control. Whether you're saying it yourself or the system, whether it's in the news or being told so much, again, you're not good enough, you're not worthy, you'll never amount to anything, or you telling yourself that. You know, I've tried, and it's not working for me, I should just give up on it. No, always, never give up. Never give up. Go away, bug. Not bug, it's a yellow jacket. Anyways, about the card. For many of the animal realm, winter is a time of hibernation and retreat. You may wish to curl up in a ball too, but although you may not feel as bright as you'd like to be, a primal force within is encouraging you to continue. See? Never give up. Keep moving. The winter card features a wolf, one of few animals that stay active all year round. Wolves know what it's like to work alone or thrive within a pack. So, if you feel the need to go it alone at this time, which I've been in hermit mode personally for 20 months so far. Know that wolf medicine will help you move beyond your insecurities and relax in your own space. Absolutely. When you're in your own space, you can go inwards. All you need is you. Go inward. And you'll have the answers that you need. I really haven't been around people. I keep to myself. I have a few friends that I talk to. I may see once in a while. Nelson, Rome, Vincent, and Yanni. There's other people in my life, but for the most part, I've always pretty much tended to stay to myself. When I was in high school, I had one best friend. Her name was Cindy. That wasn't really her real name. Her real name was Jerafron. I miss her at times, but I don't even know her anymore. You know, we all change over time. But it was nice having a best friend. You know, someone you can talk to, confide in. I have that, but I don't. You know, my daughter, I talk to her about things sometimes, but you know, I've always felt like I've never been fully understood, and that's okay. You know, I know where my heart, my mind, and all of that. Anyways, yeah. But sometimes I miss having like a best friend. Anyways. Yeah, okay. So the extended message for this card, Winter, is you have an opportunity to move beyond your fears. Although you may feel in the dark, get comfortable with being in the unknown and trust that the light within you will sustain you through what may seem a challenging process. Ask yourself what you need to do to feel supported and alive. You may uncover something from your past that you have buried deep. Know that when you unearth it and shed light on it, you create space for miracles. You may feel like a lone wolf right now, but it's time for you to be the alpha. When the winter card arrives in the future position of a spread, or as the last card in a reading, it can also indicate that the coming winter will usher in important energies with regards to your question or intentions. Also, I was reading up here. Where is it? Go away, Yellow Jacket. Ask yourself what you need to do to feel supported and alive. While I was missing, that was a dark time for me. I was in fear, lack mindset, not feeling good enough, thinking, am I going to make this? Because just because you have a relationship with God, universe, source, whatever you want to call it, if you're still in a lack mindset, you're still going to question him, her, the universe, whatever. You're not going to have full faith in it. That man kept telling me Jesus went 40 days without eating. And I was like, but I'm not Jesus. I went 37 days without eating. No food at all. Only water from the river. But that was a dark time for me. That was a really dark time. And then even coming back, it was kind of dark. I was having nightmares and still afraid, thinking, the nightmares were him coming back to try and drag me back to the woods because he either wanted to kill me or he wanted me to die in the woods without my family around. And you know what? Whether I would have died or not, life would have went on. And that's how I see it with my oldest daughter. She doesn't speak to me still, which is fine. She's going through whatever she's going through. And if she never speaks to me again, then she never speaks to me again. But life goes on, whether we die or not, So if somebody cuts you off, life goes on. So don't give up, ever. Never, ever give up. While I was out there, he would drive me insane because he would just want to talk and talk and talk, I guess, to try and put his thoughts or his mindset into my mind. And I was just like, fuck that. I'd have to get up. I would grab the rake. I would grab the Bible. And I'm like, I'm going to read the Bible. I would read the Bible. I would go rake leaves. In the winter, I would go and shovel. Even if there was nothing to shovel, I'd fucking shovel a new path. Just to keep my mind going. I was constantly praying. I was staying active. And I'm like, I'm not going to sit out here like a fucking scared little vegetable in a vegetable state. I'm not doing that. And I just had the will to continue, to keep going, keep fighting. But what I did learn was never put your trust in a man 100%. Never. People are just not reliable. You have to rely on yourself. And this is why women are in their masculine energy nowadays. Because most men ain't shit today. And we have to do and fend, protect ourselves. We have to provide for ourselves. These men are, I don't know. I hate to sound like I'm bitter, but I'm not. It's just proven time and time again throughout my life. My father wasn't shit. My son's father wasn't shit. My aunts and uncles weren't shit. My mother was the strongest woman I knew. And I think that's where I got I learned from my mother. My mother was a fucking warrior. My mother was a badass warrior. And no matter what anybody says about my mother, I love my mother dearly. She was the only one that was there for me anytime I needed her. Love you, Mom. This is Monica. I'm the Spiritual Alchemist, and I really hope that you found something in this reading as I did. You are so powerful. You are stronger than you believe, what you've been taught. I was 37 days without eating. If I didn't eat that day, it would have been 38 days. But, I decided to leave. I decided, I think a little bit more than a month beforehand that I didn't give a shit what was going to happen. If I got lost, if I died, I wasn't going to die in the woods. And I really believe that that's what he wanted. He had 2 fishing poles, never once went fishing. Never once cared. He wanted to argue, and I would go and collect the wood. I would saw it because he didn't want me using the axe. He was like, "Oh, that's going to draw noise and attention." Okay, so okay, I'll saw. As skinny as I was, still collecting the wood. You're going around throughout the woods and you're collecting dead wood. Then I have to sit in there and cut it while his ass is fucking laying in bed because he's depressed. No, he knew what the fuck he was doing. He really did. Piece of shit. Certain men are jealous of certain types of women, strong women. It intimidates them. And I don't know why. Learn from that shit. Become a fucking man. Stop being a little pussy ass bitch. Anyways, I'm not sorry for swearing. I need to let it out. I need to release it. I didn't let it out for so long. Need to be graceful. Need to keep the light. No, fuck that. You gotta let that dark side out. You can't keep that shit to yourself. So, again, this is Monica, the Spiritual Alchemist. Until next time, take care. Bye.